Good morning students. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is Unit 2 Word Processing. In this chapter we just have to complete all the sections that you can see here. Okay, so let's start with the first session, getting started with the word processor. What is the basic use to that a word processor? Word is basically an application which is used to create your documents, edit your documents, save and print your documents, right? Means whatever the paragraph or the letter you want to write in the word, you just you can easily edit that, you can easily print over that, right? So word is basically a document processor. So what are the important features of it? It is very ease and speed, means it is very easy to applicable anything on it, and the speed is very fast. You can easily edit anything. Format to change your appearance, the text appearance. Storage, you can easily store the as much files as you want. The graphics means if you want to insert kind of pictures, so you can easily insert. You can easily print the document. Vocabulary and spell check means if any word by mistake you write the wrong word there, you can easily check the vocabulary and the spellings. Mail merge. Mail merge is a process where we can send the document to the number of peoples offline, in the offline process, right? So that is the mail merge option. And OLE feature. OLE means object linking embedding. If you want to apply any kind of charts, so charts will appear in the Excel only, but we are doing the Word. So if we want to apply the charts in the Word, just we have to click on the OLE option. Okay, so with the help of this option, you can easily embed. Embed means you can connect both the that application, like Word and Excel will connect with each other, and you can easily apply your chart section of your Excel data on your Word document, right? So how to start MS Word? Just click on the start button. As you can see here, we are having this start button, right? Just click on it. After clicking the start button, you just have to click on all program. Here you can see we are having all program option. When you click on all program option, this Microsoft Office option will appear. Then click on it. When you click on Microsoft Office option, all the tools of the Microsoft option will appear, and you just have to click on Microsoft Office to Word 2010, right? When you click on Microsoft Office Word 2010, this screen will appear. This is the Word screen, right? So if you want to save your document, you just have to go to the File tab and click on the Save option. And if we want a shortcut key, we just have to click on the Ctrl+S. That is a shortcut key to save your document, right? Now saving a document using password protection. Suppose I want to save my document and I don't want that anyone else than me want to check my document. So I have to encrypt that document. That is, encryption means to give a password to that document. So what you have to do, you just have to again go to the File tab, select the Save As option. When you click on Save As option, a particular dialog box will appear where we are having the drop down menu. Drop down arrow will appear. Just click on it, and you can see there we are having a journal option. Click on that and choose password as per your requirement. Okay, so your document will save with the password. Now if you want to close a document, you just have to again go to the File tab, and where we are having an option Close. Click on that and your document will close. And the another one option is go to the extreme right corner, top of the corner, where we are having a kind of cross. You just have to click on that, and again you can see that our option will that document will disappear. Okay, but when you want to close your document, you can see one basic dialog box will appear where we are having three options, that is save, don't save and cancel. Save means it will give you the option to save your document. means it will ask from you whether you want to save this file or not. Okay, if you click on save button, then you have to just save your document first, then it will close the file. Don't save means without saving a file you can continue or cancel. If you want to ignore the message and you don't want to close your file, then you just have to click on the cancel button, right? Next is edit and save a document. Edit, if you want to change any kind of the editing in it, what you have to do, you just have to select your complete area where you want to apply the editing option. Okay, and then you can edit as per your choice. Editing means if you want to change the case letter, or you want to apply the numbers and the bullets, or you want to apply any kind of the indentations, alignments, you just have to make that editing by the help of it only. Fine. And the save option I already told you. Next is identify the elements of user interface. Means what are the basic components of the Word documents. Means here you can see, first of all we are having the title bar, that is the top of the corner, the mid top of the corner, mid of the page. Microsoft Word, whatever the title we are having of our application, that will appear here only. After that you can see here we are having a file tab, the ribbon means this type of the area where we are having the some options. Okay, quick access toolbar. Students, here you can see that is a very important topic, quick access toolbar. Here you can see we are having three options. One is this and this. This option, that are the type of disk, or you can say the floppy type option, that is used to save your file. Like I told you that we are having two options to save our file. One is we have to go to the file tab and choose the save option. The second one is we have to press the Ctrl plus S key. But you can see here, this is again an option to save your file. No need to press the Ctrl plus S, no need to go to the option file tab. You just click on it and your file will save. This is the quick access toolbar option. Quick access toolbar means whatever the options of the toolbar we are having, quickly we have to access that. So we have to apply 2, 3, 4 options over here so that we can easily apply all the options from here. Suppose if we want to undo anything, you write a particular line and you just want to undo that. What we have to do? We have to apply Ctrl plus Z key now, right? But again you can see here we are having a kind of arrow, right? This arrow also appear as the term of your Ctrl plus Z, means it will work as Ctrl plus Z, or you can say the undo option. So this is the quick access toolbar. Okay, now next are the rulers. Ruler means this kind of the indentation spacing you want to apply, that is known as the ruler. This is the ruler from left to right or right to left, and this is to top to bottom and bottom to top. Okay. Next, help. The question mark you can see here now. When you click on this question mark, it will give you the help box. If you want to have any kind of query about your particular that word section, you just have to apply. You have to click on the question mark and you just have to apply your query. So here you can see we are having the option that is zoom control. Basically this option is used to zoom in or zoom out your screen. Okay, the status bar means whatever the status you are having with your document, that will appear on this here only, like the page, how many pages are you are using here, the word that is you are using here, that will appear on your status bar, right? So this is the basic element. These are the basic elements that how we have to use the word, what are the basic use of title bar, the rulers, that are all apply in a single formation, and you can also say that these are the components of your word, right? Next to the come to the next point again. File tab, quick access toolbar, the ribbon, tab and groups commands, the title bar, the ruler, the help, zoom control option. These all are the basic options of your element box, right? Next topic is various document views. Document views means which kind of the views we are having in the that word processor. First we are having print layout view. Print layout view means whatever the value you are having with your Word document, you just have to print that. So whatever the printing option, that will show in your print layout view. This display the pages exactly as they will appear with your when you're printing your document. Okay, full screen reading view. This view will gives you a full screen view of your document, means without any kind of the status bar or the toolbar, nothing. It will directly give you your that document value only. Web layout view, it will appear the view when you apply your document in the web browser. And outline view, it will give you the standard outline value of your document. Okay, highlighted values. Draft view, this format text as it appears on the printed page with a few exceptions. For example, like header, footer, anything you want to apply on it, that is a draft view. Document area, the area where you want to actually type your values, that is known as the document area. And the status bar, that I already told you that the status bar means the particular insertion point or you are having, or any kind of the page value you are having, the language that is you that you are applying on your document, that all will appear in a status bar. Okay, so these are the basic document views we are having. Now come to the next topic, that is formatting a document, bold, italic, underline, font style and font effect. You all know, very known about all the these options, that is bold, italic, underline. All these options will come in only one tab, that is your home tab. When you click on home tab, that paragraph group we are having, in paragraph group you can see there, here you can see this is our home tab, and here you can see we are having the paragraph group. Okay, here the alignment process, you can see which kind of alignment you want to apply on your text. Okay, but here you can see we are having a font group. In font group, these options, that is bold, italic and font face or font size options are there. You just have to focus on it. Bold means if you want to highlight your means you want to just highlighted your text, you want to change the appearance of your text, you just have to click on the bold option. Italic means the diagonally words will appear in the diagonal sections. Underline means you just have to underline a particular area, you have to apply this. Okay, font face means which kind of the text type you want to apply here, like Calibri body, Times New Roman, Arial black, only Arial, Algerian. These all are the font face type. And the font size means how much the size you want to apply on your document, 11, 24, the standard size is 12, right? And according to your choice you can apply as much as you want. So this is the basic options of your bold, italic, underline, font face and font size. Today we will just cover these topics. You just have to apply all the things properly, and if still you have any query, you just have to send the message. Thank you and happy learning.